the last step here that you're going to do is you're going to animate it. Okay? Now animation is a little bit different. And you click animations, and again you have all these different ones: fade, split. This is where you get all that weird stuff zinging in and out of the frame. Okay, you highlight the photograph. Okay, you select the photograph and you select how it's going to work. Alright, now you'll see this thing here, it says Animation Pane. Click Animation Pane, and now it gives you the order by which things are going to show. So in this case, if I do a preview, the picture appears before the text, and that's usually a pretty good way to operate. I like the fade, but that's just me. You can have them slide in, you can have them do float in. Let's do this and do float in. Alright, so you see how float in works? It gave you preview. There's float in. So now, you know, it doesn't make any difference what you choose. You can always test it, and then you can always highlight it and then go back and it'll do fade. Okay, so you can always back out of this thing, but these things get to be rather like I say, there's lots of moving parts, so you want to save and save often, and remember, you know, save by numeric value is very important. Okay, the last thing we want to do now, we've got our pictures in place, our text is good, we've checked it for everything. Now we want to do rehearse timings. This is where you get your timing right. Now you're probably going to do this like 4, 5, 6, maybe as many as 10 times to get it just right. But watch how this works, and it works on the click of or the hit of the space bar or the click of your mouse, depending on how your computer is set up. Here we go. Watch. I'm going to not save any of that. You get the idea how that works. Now, every time you go to a transition or to a new slide, right, you have to click once to move to the slide, click again to get the picture to show up. Takes a little bit of time to figure out how to do this, but once you get the annotations lined up, once you get the rehearsal lined up, it all works together. Now, where these numbers come from, see the 8 and the 8 and the 11 and the 4 and the 10 and the 9, that's how many seconds that slide is on the screen. It came from the rehearsal, okay? And then it asks you, like right at the end, you want to save it or not? Okay? If you want to save it and say yes, that's okay. All right? Then you have it the way you want it. The last step you want to do, of course, is you continue to save, but the last one you're going to save is you're going to do a save as. And when you do a save as, you're going to point it back to your folder so everything's in the same spot. But instead of doing PowerPoint macro embedded, you want to move this up and you want to go down here to MP4 video. Now, this is going to take a little while. See, now here it says creating it. Watch it go. See, it's moving right here. So don't get impatient. It's going to take a while. Now, this is where you can have problems with the music. The music can corrupt. There can be some issues with it, some problems. If you try this several times and you still can't get your music to work, okay, then email me the PowerPoint program and email me your music, or put it on the server. Sorry, put it on the server. And tell me that you're doing that. I'll download it and I'll use it. I'll put it together in another. I'll put it together in another program, and we'll get this wrestled to the ground. Okay, but hopefully you'll be able to deal with this. Again, if you work off the music off of the website I gave you, I don't think you'll have a whole lot of trouble. If you wander to other websites, I don't know. I can't tell you. I will warn you that music is a place where people put viruses and things like that, so you got to be careful. I think this website I'm using is okay, the one I'm recommending, but I'm not sure. Notice this is taking a while. See, you're rendering a lot of material, and this is only a minute and 20-second video. So imagine if you were doing a much longer one. In a nutshell, that is how to do this presentation. Get started. I'm going to give you time on it. Align your photographs. Again, you don't need a lot, but get it worked, see what happens, and good luck with it, and ask lots of questions. Okay?